What is up, Uganda? What is up, everyone? What is up, the international world? It has been a while. It's been a minute. Wow, what a crazy 2 weeks. I haven't been I need to apologize. I haven't been so frequent with my uploads. That's because I've been so busy and a lot of things are taking up my time. But Simply Legal will always be my family. You guys will always be my heart. You guys will always be with me. Now, everyone has been asking me to talk about the case of KIGGUNDU versus Diamond Trust Bank, which is DTB Bank. I'm just going to be quite brief here because my work is always simplify the law for you guys. So, number one, we need to understand that KIGGUNDU, as you can see in the picture, is a very notorious businessman. He is someone who has been at the forefront of business in Uganda. He owns almost this entire city. He owns almost everything. Okay, well, not everything. Sorry. KIGGUNDU is mainly known for Ham Towers, which is opposite main gate of Makerere University. KIGGUNDU also has a very luxurious mansion in DTB. However, KIGGUNDU in this case went to get what's called a syndicate loan. For those of you who may not understand what a syndicate loan is, a syndicate loan is when, let's say, I, Terry, go to the bank. I want to get, let's say, $15 million. Let's say to Housing Finance Bank. But Housing Finance Bank doesn't necessarily have the $15 million. What is going to happen is, it's going to go to Diamond Trust Bank, it's going to go to Centenary Bank, it's going to go to Stanbic Bank and Standard Chartered. So that they're going to avail to me all the money that I need. If, for example, the original bank I went to only has $5 million to go to the rest to get the subsequent money, all amounting to $15 million to give to me. Now, in this case of KIGGUNDU, that's what he did. He went and asked for an exorbitant amount of money, and yeah, I think it was about 23 billion. He went and got that amount of money from Diamond Trust Bank. He asked that money from Diamond Trust Bank Uganda. Diamond Trust Bank Uganda didn't have that amount of money and went to Diamond Trust Kenya. Now, Diamond Trust Kenya is not a licensed money lending trader here in Uganda, but they do have an agent who works for them here. But according to the Financial Institutions Act and the Money Lenders Act, still Diamond Trust Kenya is not a recognized money lender here in Uganda, and that's where the discrepancy came from. KIGGUNDU borrowed this money for a number of years and kept it on account to then use it for a certain purpose here in Uganda, of course, given that he's a businessman. He later realized that, you know what, I don't think Diamond Trust Bank Kenya has license to actually give me this money. He went to his lawyer, Fred Mwema. Fred Mwema actually told him, you know what, this is actually right. They took it to court, and the commercial court earlier this week announced KIGGUNDU as a winner, because KIGGUNDU noticed that the same money that he borrowed kept on going out of his account, and therefore it made him wonder that what is happening. For many years, Uganda has been a hub of syndicate loans and basically getting syndicate loans. Now, the law actually approves of getting syndicate loans. However, in this case, Ham noticed that his money kept leaving his account, and Fred Mwema actually used the law to his advantage. He found loopholes and said, you know what, Diamond Trust Bank Kenya is actually in default because they do not have a license. They don't have a license to practice here in Uganda, meaning that the contract KIGGUNDU had with Diamond Trust Uganda, Diamond Trust Kenya, is void ab initio. For those of you who might not know what void ab initio is in Uganda, it means the contract is void from the beginning. Now, this is not a usual ziplining video where I'm going to zipline everything. I'm here to actually break the law down for you. So I'm going to stop the video briefly. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly what Mr. KIGGUNDU said, and after that, I'm going to give you my final analysis of everything, and I'll see you.
Amakuba gonna ge bakoze ngo mwaka guweddeko gonna ne bakafulumya ki eggwanga ne balekali ne eggwanga nga kalu.
At exactly 11 a.m., city tycoon and local businessman Hamis KIGGUNDU was already at Commercial High Court to hear the court verdict on the case he took to court against DTB Bank. It was ultimately ruled in favor of Ham Enterprise by Justice Henry Peter Adonyo, the presiding judge at the Commercial High Court, after closely examining the case for over 5 months. DTB Bank was then directed to immediately pay back a ton of Uganda shillings 120 billion and to return land titles that went missing in the possession of the bank. The landmark ruling was influenced by factors of lack of substantial evidence to has submitted by DTB Bank to the contrary.
Our claim has no defense against it because the defense which was filed was in perpetuation or was founded on legalities. We are happy that the court has agreed with our reasoning, with our arguments. Our arguments are based on the laws of Uganda. The laws of Uganda must be respected by everybody who does business in Uganda, whether local or foreign. So we are of the view that this is a historic judgment, this is a landmark judgment.
KIGGUNDU was vividly overwhelmed in excitement of the ruling. Hamis KIGGUNDU said this money will be channeled into helping infrastructure development, youth financial empowerment, among others.
Ne Katonda atuyambye zikomyewo ate zituyambye nga bannayuganda okkulaakulana. Era nabagamba ngenda kuggulawo bank ey'abannayuganda okulaba nga bannayuganda tebafutwika. Nabagamba nti nasaba political reforms mu banking industry. Abantu bano ekisookera ddala bajja ne badominating banking industry by almost 95%. Abantu bawe emirimu gyonna egya top management bonna bagwira. Ne bajja ne babeera kati gwe munnayuganda owa wansi onayogera kine MD nga tamanyi wadde okwogera olulimi lw'okola ki.
Nakandi Sarah, Ace TV, Select News.
So I guess my job is almost done. We already see what Mr. Ham KIGGUNDU said in his video. In the video just played for you. Mr. Ham KIGGUNDU kept on saying that, you know what, banks have been crooks for a very long time. Banks have been stealing money from Ugandans because not only Mr. Ham KIGGUNDU hasn't been the only man who has claimed, the only businessman who has claimed that money has been stolen from him. We have to understand that for a bank to lend you money, they must not only be a bank, but must also be licensed by the Money Lenders Act and the Financial Institutions Act. That is where Diamond Trust Bank Kenya lost out. And for them being a bank, they should have noticed this because yes, many countries do syndicate loans. Even the United States does syndicate loans. Every country, because if I go to the bank and ask for 23 billion shillings or $23 billion, most banks don't have that. So they make a sort of contract or agreement. However, according to the Contracts Act of 2010, it is stipulated there that the moment a contract is illegal from the beginning, meaning it is void ab initio. It is void from the beginning, meaning it is wrong from the beginning. It's a contract that should not have existed. It means that in the Contracts Act, if we understand it properly, it says that every benefit a person got from that void ab initio contract, which is an advantage, which is called an advantage in the Act, it tells us that, you know what, that person has to return the advantages. So in this case, the fact that Diamond Trust Bank Kenya was operating unlawfully, it means that they have to return back the money to Ham KIGGUNDU. This case is still going on, but it's a very interesting case to talk about. I've been reading it a lot, and I think it's so interesting the way Ham KIGGUNDU is really brave, plus also his lawyer, Fred Moema. They just went head to head with Diamond Trust Bank in their team of lawyers in the commercial court, and they won. So this is something very simple. It has caused a lot of racket in the banking sector and all over. In the commercial court, we see that Ham is thrilled. He's very, very happy that he won this case. we are going to see more developments with time, and I want to let you know that I'm going to be producing for you way better videos. Things are going to be going good from now onwards, because right now we're at about 200 subscribers. Well, the sky's the limit for Simply Legal. So for those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. For those of you who are new to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button, the link below. And for those of you who are also new to my channel, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And also for those of you who are new to my channel, I'll remain yours truly, Terry Kahuma, and I'll see you next time. Peace.